So he's done it again, Milo.
What? Who?
Marky Boy.
Where? How?
Exactly.
Why?
Where? How?
Where? How?
Where? How?
As soon as we're back on so we can stream to our lovely Patreon members,
Yep.
he's out of here.
He's out of here.
He's out of here.
So, you know what? Some things are more important.
Actually, a lot of things are more important, let's be honest.
Actually, let's segue away slightly. Do you know what is actually really important to our audience?
Do tell.
Over the weekend, the three of us, the five of us, in fact, put some little Easter eggs in previous shows, didn't we?
There's such Easter eggs, I have no idea what you're meaning.
Well, you know how when we do a live event, it's a bit of a thing.
A thing. It's a special moment.
Well, we've made some special thumbnails for our live shows of the past year to commemorate them.
Oh, nice. I'm loving the group collective on that one.
I thought I'd give everybody
the same heads up, as in none.
I kind of gave you a heads up about
so long as it isn't
ago.
just, the Incensed logo with a wiglet coming out of it.
It's definitely not.
No?
Let me give you an example. One of our most productive Go Fest this year was Paris. We did the old GBL.
Productive Paris, love it.
When you think Paris, you think Eiffel Tower, you think Arc de Triomphe, you think baguettes.
I was going to say, you think baguette.
Well, our thumbnail actually has all of those things in it.
And this is across, I guess, all platforms.
Yeah, it's an RSS feed, so that is a thumbnail for the episode. I don't know if it's translated to YouTube, but certainly all specific podcast platforms, it's a thing.
Snazzy. Vasa has been busy in Twixtmas.
I can't take all the credit. Chat GPT helped a lot.
Our bestie. On our very first show in 2026, was it Winter Wonderland or Christmas Coal? Let's make research days great again, and Ian has done the unthinkable. It may be a new year, but you, listener, should still
slap on the incense, boys. It's time to go.
And here for your audible pleasure in the new year is a man who at long last has released his Stonehenge video. It's Ian Vassafal.
Well, one of them.
One of them. Don't lie, one of them is also available, but only as an exclusive. Anyway, there is also a man who remembers that day like it was 8 months ago. Your host tonight, me, Pogo Milo UK. And sadly, Vasa, we don't have a Masterful 27 with us for our first show in 2026. I think his New Year's celebrations got a little bit out of hand and he must have homed in on the local tip or something.
I think you're right. I think he must have just started digging things up in the garden and got carried away.
Masterful 27 activated drill run. It backfired.
Masterful 27 activated.
I don't know.
Fungus.
The fungus garden has been demolished. But yeah, welcome in, listeners. We hope you had a fantastic New Year's. For us recording this, it's still 2025.
Just.
And this very well might be the shortest show of this year. And I mean 2026.
I think it's 100% going to be the shortest show of last year.
Yes.
And it may even rival one of our shortest shows ever, to be honest. It's like 48, 49 minutes, I think.
48. Ooh,
back in the Coops era, yeah.
That's a good target to go for. Can we make a ginger proud?
We can make a ginger proud, I'm sure. That could be a resolution. Not that we do those things.
Can you make a thumbnail for this podcast and just have a stamp emoji with Coops' face on it?
Yeah, I could do that. I'll get ChatGPT on it in a second.
Is it ginger approved?
I need to find a photo, but yes, ginger approved.
Quality. But let's pretend like it's in the new year. Vasa, how are you doing, my dude, after your solid editing session?
I've got to say it. I'm getting over another winter cold. Every time there's some sort of holiday, I end up getting the lurgy, and all over Christmas, I was full of cold, and I could not wait till the 26th when the supermarkets were open so I could get some cold medicine, and boy, did I chug that stuff. Feeling a little bit better, but still not 100%.
You mix it with some eggnog?
I was mixing it with
together?
Everything. Luckily, I had a clean Christmas, so I didn't drink any alcohol.
Oh, yeah, clean living Vasa. It is
probably
in the name.
alcohol in the cold medicine. Now, maybe
a little bit. I don't think it would do a Stewie Griffin and get wasted on it. So
no, although a little bit TMI here, I have drank too much cold medicine in the past, and it does make you go to the bathroom a lot.
So
yes, you do have to be careful. Moving on.
swiftly on. It's good to be back, honestly. The festive season was lovely and wonderful. I think we had some cracking good shows in there.
And mild, seriously.
Yeah.
It hasn't even got cold. I think we had like 2 frosts all winter.
I reckon it's going to get properly chilly towards January into February for us.
Well, as long as it's February, we'll be in LA in February.
For a
not
bit.
That we've mentioned that a few times.
Just for a little bit.
God help you.
We're free to mention it on tonight's
We
show.
are. God help you, though, for Kalos Global. But we do know that Marquis...
I ain't getting on no airplane, and that's it.
I ain't getting on no podcast. And
Actually,
that's it.
Shall we do it? We talked about it earlier. Shall we do it now?
It's TMI, Ian. Jeez.
No, I mean Arnie.
We're struggling for content here, so Ian is really pulling out all the stops with this.
I said like 3 weeks ago that we'd make this a recurring thing, and this is the 3rd week in a row, so
Let's-
technically is now recurring.
Come on,
And
let's bring Arnold on.
we did find a song that both of us love.
I think this is the original one that I found on Instagram, and I couldn't stop laughing.
Here we go. This is Arnie singing the classic 500 Miles.
We need to get him to claim this.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past and I'm homebound.
It's just amazing, isn't it? Seriously, some of these Arnie songs are just brilliant.
I love when they use his like distinctive sounds that he makes to make the instrumental bits of the song.
Totally.
That's
But when it
another
gets to
level.
the chorus on this, it just gets even better. Should we listen to a bit more?
Save it, Vasa.
Save it, okay.
Save it for the back end of the show, which
We
don't
do
worry,
need to come
listeners,
back to it. Stay tuned, listeners.
you're only going to have to listen to for probably half an hour. But to progress with the show, we have to say, of course, if you haven't done so already, do drop your incense. You, if you get something spicy while listening to the show on a Sunday release, can tag us across our socials of X, Instagram. Sadly, Threads and Blue Sky still do exist. Thank you to those people who are keeping those platforms alive.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Mark and Mark.
Mark and Mark.
Mark and
That sounds
Mark.
like a double act, doesn't it?
Mark squared. One Blue
Ooh,
Sky.
Mark
Welcome
squared.
in. There's also an email, contact@incensedpodcast.com. Of course, a WhatsApp number.
You can send Incense Podcast a WhatsApp voice message
Splendid.
on +44
Thank you, David.
759
So, David.
2695696.
So, David, we're always grateful for your contribution.
Send us a WhatsApp voice message. We really want to hear your beautiful, beautiful voices.
Indeed.
So you can send us something cool.
And we really could have done with some today because today's show is lacking. Let's just say that.
Kinda is.
But we also have the direct message service across any podcast platform that has it available, I guess. But any post shared with us must include hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Clarify spelling.
I certainly shall. SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. I loved how I threw Mark last week with a, oh, no. It was like,
Yeah, it
what?
kind of did just a little bit, didn't it?
What?
Yeah, it did a little bit.
which hashtag are we doing now? But yes, we'd love you to get involved, and we always love seeing people's catches that are a hell of a lot better than ours.
Based on the last few weeks of my gameplay, definitely better than mine, which leads me into this thought, Whitfield. We've not
thought?
really talked
That's
about
dangerous.
any events for the last few weeks, what we're doing, Christmas and end of year content.
No,
so
we haven't.
let's go back in time to what was, in my opinion, and Tom, forgive me for saying this, was a really terrible and one of the weaker research days. The Celestial Research Day, where
Yeah.
Solrock and Lunatone were eclipsed, shall we say, by... Did you get the pun there, eclipsed?
Oh, so topical.
by-
it's a very good, sir.
An existing event. Thank you very much. So, I've got to admit, I had no inclination to play this Research Day, which...
I saw your lack of an upload.
Well, I think we top-lined it in that it was like the Saturday before Christmas. I was doing my Costco run. I was meeting friends. I met up with a few of the Derby community, actually, and they said, are you not playing the Research Day? And I'm like, honestly, I've got plenty enough Soul Rock. Again, sorry, Tom. Got plenty enough Lunatone as well.
Lunatone, yeah.
I really didn't need to do this. And when I was checking tasks, I was struggling to actually find the event ones that were completely mixed in with the regular tasks for, I think it was like was
Yeah.
it Winter Holiday Part 1 or
Part
whatever
one
it
at that
was,
point,
yeah.
I think.
I did get one shiny Lunatone from the event, and that was out of maybe 15 checks.
Ain't too bad.
It could have been done so much better. had the Celestial research being the focus, I think it would have actually been better because you would have had more checks for people that were chasing these shinies.
Well, that's the thing.
Or hundos.
Yeah, hundos or even the elusive shundo if you get incredibly lucky. But I'm in the same boat as you. I mean, we had these featured at Vegas, Hoenn Tour, Global Hoenn Tour. They got released, I think, as shiny in 2018 from memory. Like, they're quite an early shiny
one of the
release.
earlier shinies, yeah.
And I will tell you, 2019, I tell a lie. So it was 19th of March.
That was
2019.
still 6 years ago.
Yes, long time ago. But I remember I got my first Lunatone after 5 checks on that event. And that was back before we had proper shiny boosts and stuff. So I just got insanely lucky with that. But we've had so many events. They've been featured so many times. It's like, you know me. I don't need any encouragement to go and play an event. There's a 3-hour window. I'll go and do it.
We know that. We know that.
But I was sorely disappointed in the quality of this event. And I'm not talking about the Pokemon. I've got to be honest.
I have nothing against the Pokemon. I didn't really want to chase them.
No.
I have nothing against Solrock and Lunatone, but it was, and it probably comes back to what you've just said, it was a very uninspired research day.
The thing for me is you've got to view it like us, if we were not doing content and making podcasts and God knows what, like we probably have the same look and outlook as you, Vasa. There are people, plenty of them, who wants to go and chase this because it's got the best shiny rate of any event. A 1 in 10-ish is solid. But this event, and it really peeved me off actually, with the fossil one we had in July, I think, with Tyrant and Amora, where that was mixed in with Adventure Week.
Yes.
These 2 last research days, I think there's only been 3 this year. So for what a really good event is that's free for anyone to play, they've really made a meal of this one. And it really annoyed me because I want to go and chase for the event research tasks. 3-hour window, it's focused on this thing. It should switch over all the tasks, but I've got to be honest, I played for the full 3 hours and I saw about half, actually less than half of the number of research tasks that I would do normally in 2024, for example, with Persimmon and Oranguru. I got like 220 plus checks in. That was a hell of a good research day. This one, I barely scraped 100. Including the premium 32 checks.
Wow, okay.
So it just makes the event seem utterly crap. And we've already said that the celestial vibe of that, yes, not all of us are the cruise ship. Lunatone and Solrock are not exactly the most premium of Pokemon.
Sorry, Tom.
But you've got D or E tier Pokemon featured. Yes, people need the shiny, but then you make the event utterly useless as well. Come on.
Because it's overshadowed by a regular event.
And the thing is, that those research tasks, I wasn't having any luck personally. We will come on to the winter holidays very shortly, but I wasn't having any luck with any of those research tasks anyway. So it genuinely felt I had wasted my afternoon.
And you probably did. So fair
Yes.
segue, you've just brought it in. Winter holidays, we'll encapsulate part 1 and part 2, I think, in the same chat, because I'm not taking anything away from the winter holidays event, because next to the Halloween event, it's probably the event of the year. But certainly for me, it was the biggest waste of time of the year. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Obviously, working long hours, but I'm playing at least 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours a day, plus weekends. I've invested a significant amount of time, not as much as yourself, but all I got from this 2 weeks was 1 shiny Vanillite.
You're kidding.
No.
1 ice cream.
1 ice cream.
That's had 2 com days this year.
Yeah. I raided so heavily for Charjabug and Sudowoodo.
Oh, don't even with those.
Maxed out my passes every single day and was doing probably 5 or so raids every day prior to that from release. Not a single shiny.
Yeah.
Not a single hundo. Absolute biggest waste of time. And there's no silver lining for me. There really isn't.
Which is a shame, because
I spent a lot of money
Vanillite.
raiding. I spent a lot of time shiny checking. And I got an ice cream. A pink ice cream. Strawberry ice cream.
plenty more of
Which
already.
I got loads of during the community today. Put this one in the mirror, and I know you will have had better luck than I did.
Well, I mean, I played this as extensively as I could do, but been very lucky and got 2 Sudowoodo shinies. 1 came from a raid after about 44 raids, I think it was. And then unbelievably, I incensed 1. And I was genuinely shocked.
That's lucky.
But I have to say, this will go down in my books as one of the worst winter holiday Christmas events they've ever done. It was
100%
so
agree.
flat. because the hype things, and this is where it separates from the Halloween event of this year. I thought the Halloween event was handled really well with the mix of the Go Pass, the different costumes, the new shiny, the new debut and things, all kind of mixed into a two-parter. This winter holiday one, the new debuts that were the pinnacle and the focus of part one, honestly, it felt like I was walking around blindfolded. Like there was no way you could legit find these things in the wild unless you were using some kind of dodgy third-party thing.
Which we know some people do, but we don't. We play legit, so...
I don't know, you probably experienced this well. Even local 3-star raids were pathetic in spawning.
They were.
Which they looked awesome. Sudowoodo especially was freaking fire as a design.
Probably the best event, and I'm not a big costume fan, but it's probably the best costume one I've seen for a few years. It's been so good.
But if you're not going to give people the opportunity to even try to find the damn thing, and you're going to make them try and raid remotely, which is kind of the opposite of what this game is always
It's precisely what I was doing.
Yeah.
And having no luck.
All you could really do is do 10 remotes a day.
Yep.
Because I found it so difficult to find local raids at all.
Yeah. And they were spawning in the wild, Chargebug and Sudowoodo, but very infrequently.
Honestly, the only way you'd be able to tell that this was a winter holiday event was obviously the visual backdrop, as always, stupendous, beautiful.
The artwork, the overland map looked so good.
It did. It always has a good theme. And the fact that ice types were spawning, that was it. And it's things like you said, Vanillite, we've had that in Unovator. We've had it have a com day in April. It's had a December reroll in December, the same goddamn month. I'd have happily thrown that spawn in the bin in favour of them bringing in the Wooloo from last year, which didn't even get a mention this year.
Yeah.
So part one for me was very lackluster. Obviously, I'm over the moon to get 2 Sudowoodo, and one of them is going to go to my better half because
Francesco.
No, because he got his already from a trade.
Okay.
Somewhere in Italy. So my fiance, Marta, will get one.
Yeah.
And as people raided, I saw Hanny Mew, I think 140 something plus raids to get the shiny Sudowoodo.
It's crazy.
That's mental to have to do that.
It shouldn't have been for an event that's got a very sort of finite amount of time where it's available. It should have been boosted more than it was. It's same with the Chargebug. I made the point, but I didn't get either, and I raided both of them a lot in person and remotely.
Yeah.
And every wild one I saw of both checked. Nothing. I'm salty. I know I shouldn't be because it's totally RNG, but when you're investing that amount of time and effort into remote raiding, getting squat for it, diddly squat, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Then it's frustrating. It really is.
Beyond frustrating, because I didn't get the Chargebug, and it was difficult to find in the wild during part one, so I was remote raiding it. I'm not kidding, 10 remotes a day, pretty much. Every day of this event went with a Chargebug. So I've done north of 100 raids, plus all the wild checks I've got.
Ditto.
And no shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And what annoys me, especially with that, is we know that we always make the thing about like things come back and they recycle and whatever, but not necessarily like
there's
the
never
Wooloo.
a guarantee with these costume ones.
The Wooloo never came back this year, even though that was a really cool feature of 2024's, I think, part 2 event. Who's to say that Chargebug and Sudowoodo don't come back next year, despite them being incredibly rare this year?
All we can say is Pokemon Go team. If you are listening, please bring them back next year.
Well, I will try and vocalize some feedback like I did for the Celestial Research Day.
Think
and
we all
basically
should.
do better. Honestly, it should be better.
Yes.
Because moving into part 2, where unlike previous years, the spawns usually change and switch up, all that changed were the wild costumes. So they turned away from the new ones, which were Sudowoodo and Chargebug, and they brought back in Stantler and Dedenne, I think. And then Sudowoodo and Chargebug remained in the 3-star raids, which were basically difficult to find anyway. And apparently there was a shiny boost on both Dedenne and Stantler.
If there was, not for Waterfall.
I tell you, I checked so many Dedenne because I didn't get it last year. I really wanted to get it this year. It evaded me again.
Yep.
And I only just got the Stantler tonight as I was editing a video. So literally within the last 2 hours of the event, having checked so many.
But if you think about, again, for a week, that's still really bad odds.
It is really bad odds. But do you know what's even funnier? I did put this on a post. I was like, the last time I've seen a shiny Stantler with the bells, long time ago. I haven't had one of those, the costume shiny, since its debut in 2019.
Wow.
Maybe it's just don't check them, that sort of thing, because we've seen loads of Stantler featured in Valencia and obviously Amsterdam.
No, I've just got the regular bog standard Stantler.
So you don't even have one with the bells.
Nope.
But in itself, that was quite rare. Dedenne was quite rare. And when you're making them the coveted focus, again, what's the point? Why are you bothering to advertise them as part of like the main bit of the event when they're going to be so elusive and rare? I cannot tell you how many Galarian Darumaka I got this event.
I was going out of my way not to tap on them because I knew if I did, that was likely going to be the one that was shiny. I did tap on quite a few Galarian Darumaka, don't get me wrong, and didn't get the shiny.
I got 9 shinies of it in part 2.
Whoa, that's just... It's old. You probably went into it with 20 or so of it beforehand.
Probably, yes, because it's always one of these perm boosts. Same as the Alolan Vulpix. But it follows that same problem as part 1 had, where people say, oh, it just didn't feel like a festive time because, I don't know, you're not really a costume man, but these big events are kind of like costume themed and stuff. I'm walking around. It was nice to see Toddle back in. Did get one of those shinies.
Nice.
If you were lucky to find these costume things, because Psyduck was back as a research task only.
Yeah.
Spheal was its counterpart in part 1, only as a research task. Delibird with a bow came back into the wild for part 2, but then was available in research without the bow. It's just too much
disjointed,
effing and blinding going on, really, with it. It's just thinking, come on, guys, if you're going to make it a Christmas thing. Honestly, the 2023 event was good. Last year was a bit iffy, and this year I think there's been sore disappointment.
It has. Not a good way to end the year. Even though you had better luck than me, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one that had really bad luck. I'm just counting the days until Kalos Tour because I know I'm going to have bad luck there, but it might be slightly better than
you
I've
have bad luck in the sun.
Event.
That's what
exactly.
it will be.
Bad luck in the Cali sun. I'll take that.
There is only one other part of this winter event which we've got to quickly make a mention of, which was this Winter Wonderland weekend thing.
Don't even start off on that because it was a chase for the shiny costume Eevee. 2-part special research. And I'm going to let you go first because I've already given the game away, but how did you get on?
I did 10 checks and got nothing.
I did 10 checks and also got...
nothing.
Squat.
Honestly, that weekend event wasn't an event. It was a word beginning with S and ending in T and not sat.
It was the biggest waste of time.
It was a non-event, and fine. I thought the extended reach of the Go Pass, like basically unlimited points, extra tasks to do, great. Anybody who needs to top up on the Go Pass for the winter holidays thing and get it done, quality. That can stay. But there was nothing else.
There was absolutely nothing.
I can't believe that they've gone that far backwards because the winter holiday Eevee costume 2 years ago was a wild spawn and boosted and everything. And this year it's like, oh, you're lucky because you get 10 checks for you. Think, this is bugger off.
They've gone down the City Safari research style where you get 10 checks.
I hate that.
That is it. And it is so frustrating because that's it. You wasted time doing raids, spinning stops, catching Pokemon. And I will say wasted time because
we didn't get anything from them.
Didn't get anything from them. And I think most of them were 2-star, so they were absolutely went in the grinder anyway.
What I said to Marta when I was walking around, I was like, it would have been better as a research day, but like a proper research day. So you have a 3-hour event window.
Well, it was just a tag on, wasn't it? It didn't even get its own article or event drop. It was actually in the middle of Winter Holiday
They had the hysterical audacity to say, Eevee will have an increased shiny chance. Oh, out of 10 checks? Really?
Really, yeah. Thanks, Scoptic.
There would have been a better way to do this before we do move on if they'd done a weekend, like maybe a 3-hour event window on Saturday and another one on Sunday as a proper research day. Not like the Celestial piece of rubbish. A good old-fashioned research day where all the research tasks changed over and it featured every costume festive Pokemon in the book. And it was kind of like a randomized thing, but they were all 1 in 10 shiny rate.
Nice.
People would have loved that. I personally would have loved that. As it was, I was sitting there like waiting for New Zealand and Australia to get their event. And I saw what popped up, I think, on Leak Duck. And it said 2 pages of time research and you get 5 encounters per page. And I honestly threw my phone. I was thinking, great, fantastic, thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
It really is brilliant. But you know what is always fantastic is when we have to come back to this one game that only 2 of us can play because we can't do anything else.
It's my game. It's my game.
It's not his game anymore.
He's not here. Marky's not here.
Flex it up, flex it up.
I love how the only 2 people who've done that jingle
are not here anymore
in the show. But we are hopefully going to be able to dive onto the lovely gold tier Patreon folks in the chat who are going to give us some various different stats, things to do with the accounts, and it will be who gets the best of 3, I guess.
So Whitfield, our lurker, JB, has spoken.
Yay! Good morning.
Thank you, JB, for this one. What number is our community member badge at? Which is
that's the campfire check-in.
That's the check-ins. So you're probably going to win this because I don't have a CA near me.
Neither do I anymore, unfortunately.
I will go first with the embarrassing community member badge of 3.
That's all right. Shout out to Dean DHL, gold member in chat, on none. I have 23 on my medal, but it did help, should I say, having a community ambassador and event always focused in there. Oh, sorry, Dean DHL's on 2. We got 1 from JB. Nice.
So that's 1 to Whitfield. Now, we could just finish the game there, but I think we've got to give you at least a bit more of a challenge.
It has to be at least a best of 3.
So I'll let you pick the next one because it's only fair. And if you win this one, game over.
Okay, Vasa, I'm going to try and give you a fair game, but we're going to the Kalos Dex, since we've got the Kalos Tour actually now in the next couple of weeks or so, the next few months. If you head to the Dex, can you tell me how many extra small different Kalos Pokemon have you seen? And according to my Dex, it says I got 48.
You get the... I got 22.
You've got to find those small mons. We've got Dean DH on 34.
Even if you'd asked extra large, I would still have lost that time.
Would you? I'm on 50 for that one.
I'm on 24. That's 3 for Whitfield, so it is definitely a win for Whitfield.
Easy win, I'd say. It's much better when we have 3 of us doing this sort of game because we can do something else.
We really can, but we have no news tonight, so... Let's have a quick 5 minutes on the road to level 80, and I think last time we talked, none of us had really progressed, so let's see where we are, because I have a little bit of good news.
Oh, good news. I feel guilty for doing this without Mark, but what?
Actually, I'm just going to go on to my friends list. Sneaky looksy. Level 73. So still level 73, chasing level 74. He actually does have a buddy, which is the shiny Chargerbug with the bow.
Lucky devil.
Lucky devil Barrow. But I did, one day ago as we're recording this, finally, that 200 kilometers almost killed me, so God help me when I get to level 75. But I did finally level up to level 74.
Hey, well done.
I think level 74 will take me a while, because obviously you have to hatch 75 eggs. I've hatched 1 so far.
You know what's going to perfectly help you with that?
What's
is
that?
Piplup Comday Classic.
Yay!
Quarter egg distance, mate.
That might help. And then, of course, sending 500 gifts, that is going to take a while.
Oh, if only
I'm on
you've
33,
done that
so in
during
one
this
day I have sent 33,
holiday.
which is the best amount of gifts I've sent in one day for a long, long time.
The timing of your thing couldn't have been any less appropriate, because you've literally just come out of an event where the focus was on sending gifts.
And now it's not so much.
Try and send a gift, but nobody's going to be opening them.
That is the problem, pretty much, because everyone is going to be a little bit like...
Tired of the sluggish animation, I guess.
Yes, exactly. So how are you getting on? Because I know you was making fairly good progress on your...
Well, I can't remember exactly where I was 3 weeks ago, I think it was. I think I'm probably roughly...
spoke about it, yeah.
I think I'd done a huge amount of leveling up and got to level 77, was worming my way through the kilometers. But before I divulge how I'm doing, Dean DHL hit level 75 today, so congrats
GG's,
on the level
Dean.
up. Gold member, getting the golden stamp of technically halfway through the grind, I assume, but it's not really because of all the different kilometers. I am still on level 77. I think I got all the other tasks done. I can't
just
remember.
the
I actually
distance you need
don't
to get
remember
now.
what they were, but I'm currently at 344 kilometers out of the 400.
And this is the thing, we talked about this a while ago. When you're doing the distance legit, it's
takes
a
time.
long way. It takes time.
When you're going out and about to grind an event that's incredibly lackluster, like the Winter Holidays one.
And you're fighting the urge to sit in a coffee shop. Because
I was trying to do the kilometers. I've done pretty good on it, as you can tell. I'm wondering if I can get that done by this time next week.
what do you need? 500k, don't you?
400k. So I've got
400K for this
56
one.
kilometers left to do, which
You could do that in a week. I mean, you've done that in a day before, but
I
that was on
have.
one of your 24 hours.
technically from the past here, I still have New Year's to do. So
Of course.
I'm not sure how much the hoot hoot in the top hat and that Pikachu are going to get me out walking. But maybe Piplup will get me going.
See, we do like a penguin. It could get you out.
Penguin.
It's quite a cute little penguin.
If you don't like a penguin, something's wrong with you.
Mark doesn't like Piplup. He said was it
No,
last week or the week before?
Piplup, I can understand. It's the best, I think, of the Sinnoh starters. But that's a bit like trying to choose the least mouldy slice of bread out of a choice of 3. You know, they're all still pretty terrible. You'd probably throw them all away, to be honest, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I was going to say you wouldn't eat mouldy
You
bread.
wouldn't eat them. It was a terrible analogy. Let's move swiftly on.
I think so.
This time next week is one of the best raid days, so some special bros are going to offer some not so special advice.
That
Oh,
is
hell
right. Yes. Kyurem Fusion Raid Day is the event.
You will also have Reshiram and Zekrom alongside of them, but we're not going to talk about how to defeat those because you've been doing that over the last couple of weeks already. But just keep in mind, those two need 2307 or 2884 in the weather boost.
Absolutely.
Your Kyurem that you're going to want to see, obviously it won't be the white or the black Kyurem you're catching from the raid, it's going to be the normal Kyurem. You'll want to find, if it's weather boosted, 2553 or non-boosted is 2042.
And the counters are mostly the same. There's a couple of slight variances, but we're going to go through pretty much generic counters so we don't have to go, these are your white Kyurem raid counters, these are your black Kyurem raid counters.
If you want 7 more DPS per second in the
Yes.
third best slot, you've got this. That we don't care.
we don't care. These are generic counters that you can use for both. You know what? I'm going to jump in there. I'm going to start the ball rolling.
Do it.
And I'm going to say that a solid counter for both of these, Eternatus, if you've got a decent Eternatus with Dragon Tail and Dynamax Cannon, that will be a pretty okay counter.
The most controversial Pokemon ever.
It is very controversial.
Something that wasn't so controversial, also something you got probably a hell of a lot more of. Picking number 1 slot for both of them is going to be the Crowned Sword Zacian with Metal Claw and Behemoth Blade.
Crown Sword, Zacian.
The Winged Wolf.
Definitely a solid counter. And I'm going to bounce off that. Its counterpart is, again, the number 2 counter for both of these Mons. White or black. Crowned Shield Zamazenta. That is a name Francesco, funnily enough, couldn't say during our Pokemon Go video when we did the guided tour around Paris.
You can check that video out, available on the official Pokemon Go YouTube channel.
Yes, but you will want the moveset Metal Claw and Behemoth Bash.
Looking into some Megas. A Mega that I'm personally a big fan of, I think a lot of people are a big fan of, and one that's had an extra form added in Legend ZA, Mega Lucario, sitting pretty in the top couple of slots. Force Palm, which I think is an elite fast TM move you need, and Aura Sphere will demolish a Kyurem.
This is a top 10 counter for both of them. And one of my favourite Megas, Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Tail and Breaking Swipe.
It's a beautiful choice.
It is.
If you want to throw it back to that event in some time of 2025 called The Ancients Recovered, when Regidrago got a little move update, you could theoretically, if you got a good one of those, use it against either of these Kyurems with Dragon Breath and Dragon Energy. Both of those have a little asterisk next to it on our Go Hub data page that we're using because they both need an Elite TM, unbelievably.
Yes, I'm going there.
To the ends.
Timber Community Day was a thing. I think we was actually in Barcelona. Was it
Barcelona tail end
at
of
the time?
23, yeah.
Yes. Its evolution Conkeldor with the moveset Counter and Dynamic Punch is probably the worst counter that you could use for this Pokemon in the world. But if you really wanted to, you can use it.
I like how we say it's the worst, as if people don't have other
well, it's
stuff.
really
like...
not, is it? Like Pidgey would be the worst.
Like if you're using a level 50 Conkeldurr in the grand scheme of things, if that's the best you got, it's still very good and usable. But for another pick for myself, if you have got your Keldeo form changed to the Resolute form, you could utilize that if you've got a good one and it's powered up. Low Kick and Secret Sword, you can use a My Little Pony with a jagged knife sticking out of his head.
I think for my last pick, Garchomp. You can use Garchomp against both. And for that one, you're going to want to use your Dragon-type moveset, Dragon Tail, Breaking Swipe. And just remember, you could go in with a team of Pidgeys if you actually have the numbers to battle this thing.
And just make sure they have a Steel or Ice, no, not Ice-type move, Steel Fighting Dragon or Fairy, or Rock, I guess it is as well.
Or Marcus picks would be Swaddle, Aaron.
Aaron has the right moveset. You know, you could steal moves.
Yeah.
Have a ball with it next weekend. We wish you the best of luck.
And hopefully you get something decent and you get to fuse a decent Kyurem, whether it's black or white.
I'm seeing Dean DHL with a nice powered up Eternatus, all maxed out and best buddied, ready to rock and roll, as well as lots of other powered up counters. So there you go.
And speaking of one man being prepared, we've kept the audience on tenterhooks for the last...
Great suspense.
Let's go back to Arnie singing 500
Arnie,
miles.
come back to me.
Staring blankly ahead, just making the way through the crowd.
So aggressive.
And I need you. And I miss you.
I need you.
I
I'm sure we'll have to crop that down just a little bit.
You know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you.
Well, I wonder, Ian, what Arnie is going to have lined up for next week's show.
I could tell you, but I would then have to...
Then you'd have to kill me.
Yes. Arnie, what's your favourite part of our show?
Now it's time for my favorite section. It's time for Shines of the Week.
Shines of the week.
We have something on Campfire Whitfield.
Oh my God, you have something on Campfire?
Brunick76 on the 27th of December posted this. Christmas Day purifiable. Nice.
Nice.
I wouldn't have purified it, but you know what? Hat off to you.
That's just
You
fair,
have the Pundo Heatran.
Oh, to be fair, if you don't have a hundo of it,
And also, I've got to give a second shout out. This is obviously in the same text. A shiny Sudowoodo called Mr. Hanky. Of course, we know when Mr. Hanky is the Christmas poo.
I thought it was a Christmas poo, not a piece of Christmas wood.
Yeah. It kind of looks like if you've eaten some really bad Brussels sprouts, it might come out like that.
I think you should call it Mr. Handy.
Maybe. But GG's Brunick.
I'm going to jump into our Patreon exclusive Discord, and we've got Mads 00XX, who's posted, slightly belated, but my two best catches from the Sydney City Safari.
Okay.
And they include a lovely, shiny City Safari hat Eevee with the one of the best backdrops, I think, with the Sydney Opera House on it.
That background is so good.
But also, I've got to take my hat off to you if I had one on, a Schnundo Unknown Bee.
Nice.
I can't comprehend how unbelievably rare that is. Freaking mad. So
That
congrats
is insane.
on both of those catches.
GG's. Well, my second shiny of the week is from part of our travel fan, B. Jerry.
Yes.
Festive and frozen, the message reads. Hashtag Pokemon Go, hashtag shiny Pokemon, hashtag Shiners a Week at Incensed Podcast. And Dwayne
Podcasts.
would be proud. Yeah, I probably did say that. Dwayne would be proud. It's the shiny costume Psyduck.
Oh, beautiful.
Caught on the last day of the event. GG's, Jerry.
I feel like we need Gordon Ramsay now. It's raw! I'm going to wrap up with a good friend and Patreon member, Jedi Knight, who was posted after the whole Winter Holidays event, their shiny total.
So it's going to be better than my one.
Trust me, it's a lot better than even my haul. I won't go through absolutely everything. I'll cherry pick, but the message reads, here is my total shiny and hundo haul from the 2025 Winter Holiday event. 43 shinies and 10 hundos. Got most of the costume shinies I was chasing. Congrats. I wish I knew that feeling. Missed out on the charger bug, unfortunately, though. So still losing out on one.
I feel you there, yeah.
But very happy to get several of the others. So I might see if I can trade them for the ones I need. And just picking and choosing, got the Psyduck, the Dedenne, multiple Darumacas, couple of Pikachus, Alolan Vulpix. I know we made mention of the Dabra, the D-Max Abra, a couple of weeks ago, but actually multiple Dedennes, and they've traded their shiny Sudowoodo, I assume, for a lucky. So it's a Schwoody.
That's kind of worthwhile, actually, because I bet it looks awesome with the lucky background.
And the Solrock and Lunatone sprinkled in there like a little dose of excrement. Lovely.
Yes. GG's Jedi Knight.
And we would like to say thanks to anybody who posted their hashtag Shinies of the Week to us. We know, being the festive period, people have other things to do and on their mind rather than just hashtagging our podcast, what they managed to get. But hopefully we'll be back in the swing of it next week with everybody posting their excellent hoot hoots.
Yes. Hoot
Hoot indeed. But that's going to wrap up this incredibly short-lived 256. So if you enjoyed this week's show and haven't subscribed to the podcast for whatever goddamn reason, make sure that you do so.
We never miss a week. Equally, if you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a subscribe. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, it's definitely worth giving us a follow there because we drop reels regularly, like 3 or 4 times a week at the moment.
Well, not quite that consistency as of late, but we'll be back on it, trust me.
We will be. It's been the holidays. I mean,
yes.
Actually, this is the first year we've been doing the podcast. We actually haven't had a Christmas break.
That's very true. Make sure you hit that follow plus subscribe button. And if you can leave us a 5-star review.
5-star review for AI Ardy because he's going to be back.
Yes, and reoccurring. And of course, you can follow us across our socials we listed at the top of the show. But we would also like to say a big thanks to each and every one of you who's part of the Patreon squad supporting this podcast through that platform. It makes a huge difference in what we're able to do, produce, and sometimes overstep on our recording allowance every month.
Oh, we do that.
And especially this month with that massive Christmas episode we dropped for you all to enjoy. Don't forget there's a video version of that if you haven't seen it on YouTube already.
It is really worth checking out. And we genuinely didn't think we'd be recording for 2.5 hours.
Yes, we really, really didn't. But big shout out to every single one of the bronze members and the members are going to get a lovely shout out. They are KLXVI, Del Hazardex, Spindiana, Laurie Beck, Steve in Norway, CC is mad, McFloof, Saul Haberfield, Lizzie George, Xander Van Driese, Neon Net, nearly got it wrong.
Neon.
Net.
Not Neo.
Neo, non.
It's Neon.
Not Neo, non.
You can call me Kate. Just Neon.
Kate. Ellen
Thanks,
Rushton,
Kate.
James Alexander, Northern Soph, Tom Cattle, Charlie Todd, Robert Wilson, Miss Summer of 69, Malcolm Grinter, Geordie Castell, The Hot Weasel, Shiny IKEA Mum, Tony of Pride, Junho, Malcolm Burgess, Mr. Jackal, Littlest Sparkle, and Zontok.
Newest silver tier
New
patron
members
joined
coming
2
in.
days ago as we record this.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. That list of names seems to be growing all the time, so we really do appreciate you guys.
We do. Thank you so very much to each and every one of you here.
But the specialist of shout-outs to the shiniest.
Gold member.
They are in the chat every single week, apart from the last 2 weeks because they were offline. But every other week we're live recording this, they get to see the chaos and the bits that don't make it to the actual published episodes. But they are JB, who's been instrumental in tonight's show, Kerry and Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, Dean DHL, who's also been with us tonight, Master Laxus 42, and finally Damon Mac 08. Are golden, and 2 other folk who are golden. We'll give a thanks to the admin duo of the Ninja and the Italian, a team not to be messed with. But Sue and Francesco, thank you for all that you do behind the scenes and with the live event bits and pieces that we get to do, and hopefully we'll be doing in 2026. We certainly will be in LA. That's
we're going to start
sure.
planning for that show soon.
We really
we've got
do.
ideas.
We really do. But we will give a little shout out to our host, our comrade, Masterful27, who's usually here to interrupt one of us with some
Good news.
It's almost like he's in the room. What?
Max Monday, to be precise, next week. Actually, it's a good one. This one is actually good news. It's Dramper.
Oh, the balloon doggy.
Yes.
It's kind of like a dragon, a giraffe,
It's like
and a cocker spaniel.
golden. It's a shiny.
Anyway, I've got some terrible news.
What?
Following that epicness is a sea of awfulness with Barboat Spotlight Hour on the 6th.
Could you imagine loads of barboaches like in one of those foot spas that go and eat all the dead skin off
Ooh,
your
I wouldn't
feet?
want these fish eating anything. Gee, ugh. These look more like parasites that would try and swim up your urethra.
Oh,
But it's 2 times catch XP, so good luck.
yes. But, Whitfield, I have some disastrously bad news.
What?
Everybody's
wonder what it
favourite.
is.
Yes, Ed 209. The Ed 209 looking terribleness of
Bug.
Genesect, but with 2 variants, the chill and burn drive are your raid hour next week.
So you want
that
to do
one a
some
miss.
cooking or do you want to relax? Take your pick. But
Give it
we
a
won't be
miss.
doing any of them.
No.
That's for damn sure. And on that catastrophic bombshell, we hope to catch you next week for a proper trio back to normal show in full form. Don't go anywhere in 2026, and
Did someone
we
mention
will be
me?
back with a few more penguins in our pockets. Is that what happens when you squeeze a penguin?
I think so.